Hello, everybody, and we are live. This is Starship Adventures with tonight's edition of the Sights and Sounds of Earth. And we are checking out what's going on all around the world. And we've got several different things I want to talk about tonight, bring you up to speed on the projects we're working on here, as well as talk to you about what's going on in the world tonight. Yeah. There. All right. And Escape Ape. Good evening. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Yeah, we've got a chance of severe weather this evening. Not a big chance. It's not a real dynamic night out there, but we're watching to see what's going to happen with that. Also, flash flood emergency was declared in eastern Kentucky. Torrential rainfall is overwhelming creeks, and towns are seeing some flooding in the streets. Rescue operations are underway at this time. Texas and Oklahoma tonight seeing a heat wave over 115 degrees Fahrenheit as dangerous heat dome intensifies across the southern plains. And also, civil unrest breaks out in downtown Portland. Also, reports in Chicago and Atlanta of some low-level civil unrest. Emergency services responding to fires, looting, and street blockades, it says. I have not seen any of that visually on video, but we are going to be watching for it this evening. Very strange. You know, I use ChatGPT and different things like that to help me with show prep, and sometimes it hallucinates, and you have to make sure. Could that be true? Let me check that. Going to check our seismic monitor. Do you guys remember that swarm that we had off the coast of Alaska yesterday? That swarm of earthquakes. Well, it happened again today. It's quite active out there seismically right now, and you can see here on this map. This is just from today. The purple is from today. The pink is from yesterday. And you can see there, it is quite a bit of activity that we're dealing with there. And yeah, Car's back there. She says hi to everybody tonight. There must be something wrong with that front plug. I've got plugs going bad on all these computers since that lightning strike. If you plug the keyboard into one of the back plugs, there should be a back one still available. It should still work. Since that lightning strike, every computer I have just about is showing some kind of stress. Plugs stopped working. Video ports have stopped working. Kind of sucks. All right, so let's get back to the main grid. So tonight we've got a few protests going on. We're also watching Kilauea in Hawaii. She's burbling tonight. You can see that there. Center right. Upper right, that's a protest that's going on out in California. Also center right is a protest going on in California. And center upper left, that is in Philadelphia, where there was just a bunch of cops and firemen there hauling somebody off. But now we're back to just the bums walking by. And on the left there, that's another storm chaser tonight we've got out. And we're going to be watching. There's not a lot of storm chasers out tonight. There's not a lot going on tonight storm-wise, but we are going to keep an eye on it as we always do. We are watching this area you see there on your screen for development. Anywhere in this yellow area. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy time up there. Hello, Douglas. Hello, Ding Ding Ding. Scape Ape. Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here. And Carlotta is here also. She's here in studio. So yeah, we had another swarm today out there in the northern part of the Pacific Rim there. And that's about it. There was a 3.5 in in Nevada, and also a 3 in Stanley, Idaho, and a 3 in Johannesburg, California. So there's been a few today, but nothing big. And again, we had just a couple down in the Caribbean. So kind of the same as usual. It is weird. We've had that big cluster up there 2 different days now. And that has gone into replay, so I'm going to put it out for right now, and I'm going to work on something else to go in that spot. There was a lot of protest today, but the video streams have all been ending. Here we go. All right, just give me a second to get this all put together here. There we go. That's some footage coming in there from different sources on like Facebook and stuff that's being composited there. And you can see that upper left. So there is definitely some protesting going on tonight, but as we've seen lately, it's just a few people, basically, maybe 50 people out protesting. I'm not even sure what they're protesting tonight. I don't know what it is. Who knows? I don't understand. I don't understand people that just put stuff on posters that isn't true, and then walk around with it. It's like hanging a sign around your neck that says, "Hey, I'm an idiot." And we've got the usual people live streaming their travel to and from what we believe to be a protest, but who knows? All right, we got one that went out here, and I've already got something to replace it, so let's just stick that right in there. And like always, these people are heading to the protest. Whether they ever get there or not, who knows? But they're heading to a protest. I swear they are. That's what they say. All right, hang in there, guys. I'm switching some things around here. All right, I'm trying to keep all live stuff up there across the top, but it's difficult. These guys are coming and going. All right, so that's what we got going on there. Some low-level demonstrations and stuff like that. Nothing I've seen that's violent yet. So we'll just hope that it stays that way. Guys, I won't be on long tonight. It's been a long day. I've got a guest host today at work and tomorrow, and also Monday. So I'm going to be working until 8 each night, and that means that I was working a little bit later, and it's going to be a little bit harder for me to get in here and do the show. So tonight, tomorrow night, and Monday night will be abbreviated shows. I'll be on a little after 9 for maybe about an hour. Sunday night, we'll have our regular long form show on Sunday night. All right, let's see what's going on out there. Hello again to everybody. Hello, Junior. Thank you for being here. You're kidding me, right? Let me check that. I think you mean there's been 172 views. Let's see here. Wow, it is doing good. Holy shit. What happened? What do you guys think's going on there? Let me get signed in over there so I can respond over there as well. I got 129 live on there right now. What the hell's going on? Wow. I can't believe there's that many people on there, guys. I really can't. Wow. We got 130 on there.
They needed the thumbs up.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm still going through here real quick. Let's see here. I just want to make sure everything's set up right on this end here.
Do you have a car and do you have a clean driving?
Shut up. Shut up, you. All right, so let's do this. Let's go over to there. Okay, I just put the link to this video over on that video. Hey, Rob, what's going on? Oh, there you go. Los Padres National Forest. There you go. I love POTA. As long as I can get an HF rig that works that I can use in the car, I'm a little bit challenged right now. I've got a FT100 that's only putting out low power. And I got my big huge radio, which takes 110 volts, and it would take a huge inverter, and it's crazy. So I've got to work on exactly how I'm going to do it when I go up to my cabin in October and December. I plan on doing lots of POTA up there. 8,300 feet, that's up there. The highest mountain in Georgia, I think, is barely 6,000 feet. That's Brasstown Bald. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, there is some protests. What's across the top, I believe, is live. I'm trying my best to keep everything across the top live. And yeah, so I do believe all that is live. People traveling to the protest. There is a protest down there right near the federal building in LA where we've had the protest before. And that's where they're at now. And we've got 2 or 3 different views of that. So I'm trying to keep live views of the protest along the top. I can't believe there's 132 people over on that channel. Please like and thank you. 2,403 views. I think that's about what that channel's gotten since I started it. Um, that's an amazing number of views over there. I don't know what I've done to hit the algorithms. Hell, I don't know what those guys are saying on that channel right now. Oh my God, I got hit for a bunch of music the other night. They were playing music on there. All right, I don't know what's going on over there. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm showing 55 likes and currently 135 on the views with 2,400 views total so far on this video. That is an amazing number of views. Um, Holy crap. Well, I got to admit I'm happy about that. I don't know what's causing it. I don't. Our numbers over here tonight are really low. Um, yeah, don't touch a thing. Just let it roll. That's what I'm doing. You guys were all talking over there. You guys have no idea how much that helps. You guys were pumping the algorithms when you're talking and you guys are just having a conversation in the chat room on one of our channels, even one that we're not talking on right now, like this one was earlier. You guys did this. I'm pretty sure you guys were talking. We had a great chat rate going on in there, and I think you guys probably helped kick this in the ass. I really think that happened. Um, I don't. It's one of those things. I'm on the protesters' side. I don't necessarily agree with what they're protesting, but I'm on their side to be able to protest, if that makes sense. I understand there's some guys on here that are outwardly one way or the other for the protests. All I want people to do is to be able to protest peacefully and not have violence. That's all I care about. That's the main thing. All right, because once the anarchists come out and the sun goes down, that doesn't help anybody. As a matter of fact, that takes away from the message that you're trying to get out with the protesting. So like I said, whether I agree with what you're protesting for or not, I'm going to fight for your right to do it. One 148, 152. It's going up again. I'm going to go chat in there and see if I can just keep some chats going in there. There's a phenomenon going on right now. This is amazing, guys. Um, you got to remember that channel over there is a backup channel. I don't even have 200 subs over there yet. It's not anything. I haven't done anything with the channel other than it's just a regular channel that I set up so that I can do the 7.2, because sometimes people get really raunchy on there and they play music, and I'm not looking to make any money on the 7.2. I just want to put it out there so people can hear it if they want to hear it. That's all. And so because of that, I'm trying to just keep it going here, and I was wanting to build it so that if something ever did happen to this channel, I would have another channel to get going with. Or if I decide to do split channels and do two different directions or something like that, it would give me options down the road a few years with another channel that's already established. That was basically the bottom line of why I was thinking about doing it, but I have no idea what these guys are talking about over there. We probably should listen and see. They're playing old music. Wow. I don't want to play too much of it because I don't want to get in trouble. I'm not directly broadcasting it. You guys were hearing it through my microphone, so I should be okay. But anyway, wow, that's something else right there. Woo! I want to see. Thank you, babe. I want to see where that. Oh, 217 subs. Wow, I broke 200. 221 subs. Nice. See, this is how it happens on YouTube, guys. One day I'm struggling, the next day I got 10,000 people watching, and then the next day I'm struggling again. It's good though. I don't mind. Algorithms are there to make it hard because only people that work hard are supposed to succeed. The only people that hate the algorithms are people that haven't been able to succeed beyond the algorithms. And I'm struggling, and I no longer hate the algorithms. I'm trying to work with it. I'm trying to make it happen based on what works with it. So I'm using the algorithms because what they do is the algorithms keep channels that are mediocre, they keep their numbers down, and channels who are really good tend to excel fast, and channels that are kind of good tend to excel at a moderate rate. That's exactly what algorithms do, and they're supposed to try to prevent people from suddenly becoming the best channel on YouTube just because you had one good viral video or something. It's supposed to give more of a even playing field for the people that are out here. So yeah, like I said, it's not monetized over there. I'll probably have like 93 copyright hits on it when it gets done. It's kind of funny sometimes, but like I said, I'm just doing it so that people can hear what's going on that channel, because it truly is the free speech channel. It's still playing music. Well, I'm tickled as a pig in shit right now. That's pretty nice. I like that. All right, so while we're watching that, and I'll keep that up on the other screen there, because I really impressive. I'm going to move this over to here. And the average listening time is 9 minutes. That's a lot more than normal for a static feed. You know, my average listen time for this is not even near that, and I'm doing a live show. So I don't know what's going on over there, but I'm very happy about it, and I'm going to leave that thing going all night and all day and whatever. I'm going to put up more stuff. I got the FT8 almost made it back up today, and I'm going to do 2 more town scanners as well. So there's more stuff coming up. I got the 7.2 up. As you guys see, I got the New York scanner feed up. Did you guys see that? That one was doing pretty good last I checked. It's not getting a lot of hits, but it's working good. That's the main thing. It's on a Linux computer using OBS, and it seems to be stable, and it seems to be holding its own now for a while. And I can see it from here, and it seems to still, everything seems to be moving over there, so that's good. That's what I haven't decided yet, because you know I'm not good with all this stuff really all the time, but I'm thinking about starting to convert my Windows machines over to Linux, because the Linux works so much better with this broadcasting. Windows, it gets real glitchy and does all kinds of weird shit, where it tends to the Linux tends to work so much better. Yep, silver back over 38. Yeah, I know. I'm getting ready to cash some in, as we talked about last night. Yeah, Linux is very stable. We had a dispatch system that was based on Unix, which is very similar to Linux. It's the same basic setup. And that Unix system back in the 90s ran for over 500 consecutive days without ever being shut down or restarted. 500 days. A Windows machine can't run 500 hours without being shut down and restarted. Are you kidding me? So yeah, it was amazing, and I have a lot of respect for Linux and Unix. I don't have a lot of respect for my ability to pick up new tricks. Uh, I've been slow to adopt it, but I will tell you I've had good luck with what I'm using here right now. I have had pretty good luck getting it to work. Yeah, the closer I can get the UI to look like Windows, the better, because I'm an old dog and I do the Windows thing. So, all right, and that's how really for me, that's kind of what I really need it to be is you know a Windows based thing if at all possible. Anyway, all right. So anyway, let's see here. Yeah, there's a new sunspot out there. It's showing a lot of instability, and let's see. I'm going to get the latest on that. Huh. I'm wondering if I've got a daydream going on here. Very strange. All right, I normally use ChatGPT to do my news rundowns and stuff, and it's got three things in this news rundown that I'm having a hard time verifying, and that's very unusual. And so, since I can't, I'm just going to leave it there, and we're going to move on to other things. In space weather, right now, there's not a whole lot going on, but the shadow of Titan is going to glide across Saturn early this in the morning, coming up tomorrow morning. And if you got a backyard telescope and you look at Saturn, you'll be able to see the transit of the shadow of Titan go across the surface of Saturn. It's all set up for a decent show if you've got a decent backyard telescope. All right, and there you go. That's what there is. Not a lot going on with space weather as far as the tropics. Not a lot going on with the tropics. The that system that we've been watching, that we were pretty sure was not going to develop anything, we were in fact correct. It did not develop into anything. It's just a lot of rain. Yeah, Victor, I'm going to tell you, AI is really good, but you have to read. You have to read everything you have it right for you. It just make sure it sounds right, because I'm having a lot of daydreaming lately. And well, actually, let me go back. I shouldn't have said what I just said. I haven't seen a lot of daydreaming lately. It was bad a while back, and they did a couple of updates, and it hasn't seemed as bad lately. So hopefully, um, you know, hopefully they're getting that under control, because I think it just did a little daydreaming here on this one. I'm not sure. Anyone out there that watches the Stephen Colbert Show, the Late Show? CBS just canceled it 20 minutes ago. There you go. You never know when you're going to get the pink slip. Oh, I don't see a whole lot going on tonight. They keep talking about reopening Alcatraz. There's a lot to consider with reopening Alcatraz. Okay, Alcatraz was closed for a reason. Unlike Alligator Alcatraz, Alcatraz is an island, as you guys know, and it sits out in a bay, and everything that needs to be on that. Now they make. I'm sure they can reverse osmosis water right out of the bay. That's no problem. Septic can be treated and returned to the bay. That's no problem. Notice I said, make sure we say filtered and treated. And or those things can be plumbed or piped to the mainland if it were necessary. Also, there's no longer a need for telephone lines, twisted pair, copper, any of that kind of stuff going out there. And electricity can either be generated on site or it can be provided by an underground power line. Okay? All that being said, it's still a logistical nightmare to have a prison out on an island because all your workers, I want you to think about something. If you have to show up at work an hour early and you got to go home an hour late because you have to catch a boat back and forth to work. We actually have this situation here where we have people that work on islands. Do you pay them for that time? Or is that time they're paid? I mean, how does that work? If they're showing up at your parking lot and parking their car and getting on your boat and you're taking them over to this government's island to be a guard, they're going to probably work 10-hour shifts and they're going to have an hour over and an hour back. So they're going to work 12 up and 12 down, and they're probably going to work 3 on, 3 off. You're going to have to come up with some kind of crazy shift. It adds a lot of weird logistical dynamics to running a prison, okay? Because your manpower, your prison guards are your number one asset. You have to be able to pay them and schedule them and insure them and break them and do all the things that you have to be able to do. And so you've got all that, plus you've got the fact that the facility on there on the island is done. It's trashed. There's not enough left. Besides, it would not meet today's size, space, and safety standards. And so the only way we would be able to probably reopen Alcatraz on a permanent basis, and I'm talking about the real Alcatraz, on a permanent basis, okay, is probably going to have to involve flat topping it and starting over. Which and again, building a prison on an island is a logistical nightmare because you got to ship everybody over and ship everybody back, ship all your construction over, ship all your garbage back. It's freaking nuts. You'll have a ship that does nothing all week but just bring porta potties back and forth. It's a crazy thing to think about. And so I'm not sure if it's a great idea. Optically, I understand why they're doing it, why they want to do it. But I'm just not sure if it's that good of an idea, just because I think we can get a better bang for the buck with other existing prisons that are a lot easier to get to. The whole idea of Alligator Alcatraz down here in South Florida, it had nothing to do with the alligators. It has nothing to do even as much with the location. It's not really in a good location that much. It takes a long time to drive there. But here's the thing. All the people that are coming there, they're arriving in a plane and they're leaving in a plane. That's what made Alligator Alcatraz work. And they were able to bring out all the billeting trailers and everything they need to actually house the guards on site. So they're probably bringing guards in, and the guards are probably either being flown in or they're being driven in or they're driving out there, whatever the case is. But they're probably working 512s up and 512s down. They're working 5 days on, 5 days off, 12-hour shifts. And that's how you normally do it on one of these emergency situations like this. And so they've got a place out there they're sleeping in, they're making really good money, and they're doing what they have to do to make some money for their family. These are probably people who are credentialed somewhere in the country that have been tasked to work out there right now. So basically, that down there works out because most of the people coming and most of the people going are doing it by large plane. That's why that place was perfect, because basically all it is is a large commercial runway out in the middle of the Everglades that has nothing else around it but open land and asphalt, and it worked out really good. Um, Here's the thing, the way I see the whole thing, the way I see the whole thing is, we are offering this great deal right now. If they self-deport, we're giving them a nice chunk of change. And remember, our money's worth a lot more in most of these other countries. We're offering them an amount of money and a free trip, and the pamphlet of everything they need to do to start the process to come back. We immediately will, if you want to self-deport, you report in, you bring yourself in, you bring your stuff, and they will set you up with a plane trip home and some money that you need to get started back in your homeland. And then we then open the door for you to begin the process to work your way in legally. If they catch you and deport you, you don't get that opportunity ever. And you get no money. You just get deported, that's all. So we've offered this wonderful plan, and nobody ever wants to talk about that. All they want to talk about is splitting up families and all this kind of stuff. The truth is, they're not doing any of that. There's only been one or two that have been deported, and they were young children, and the parents decided to take them. That's their right, whether the child was a citizen or not. So basically the way it works is, all right, we're giving the opportunity. When they say, these people just want an opportunity, okay, and we're giving it to them. Self-deport, take the money. Do what you have to do in your country through the consulate there to get your way back. And we will accept you back. It is not a mark on your record. If you self-deport through the system, that does not get held against you later. You can come back in. We're not moving you to the front of the line. We're not moving you to the back of the line. But we're leaving the line open for you. And I think that's important. And so that's the bottom line there. Certified what? Let's see. Prison guards. No. Most states, if not all, require a prison guard to be certified. They would need to be free of any felony convictions on their record. And generally, they'll add misdemeanors that involve moral turpitude. And what that basically means is, if you've had a bunch of misdemeanors for theft, they can disqualify you for stuff like that as well. If you have 3 misdemeanors for beating your wife, they're not going to obviously let you be a prison guard. So there, but felony would disqualify you immediately. Generally, any public safety work, everything from a fish and game guy, a forest ranger, law enforcement, fire, EMS, even dispatchers, if you've got a felony, you're generally disqualified. Yeah, corrections officers. We used to call them corrections officers. They've changed it all back down here now to detentions officers, because they're saying they're not correcting anything. They're just detaining them. I don't know if I necessarily agree with the logic on it either way. Whatever. Yes. It's kind of amazing. Aquarius, I'm going to tell you something that might surprise you guys. I believe that people in this country should be able to earn the right back. I think that if you're a felon, now I'm not talking raping kids, I'm not talking a murder, things like that. I'm talking, murder, death, kill. I'm talking a felony. You stole a stereo when you were 18.
Chop a finger off, teach me not to steal.
You stole a stereo when you were 18, okay? You're now 35, and you want to get a job as a dispatcher. It sucks you won't be able to be one. And I think that that's something, and you can't vote, you can't own a gun. I think you should be able to earn all of that stuff back. It should be a process. It should take years. but I think you should be able to earn it all back. I even think expungement of your record should be available at the end of the tunnel. I really do. People should look, redemption. Redemption is something that the Lord says is yours if you want it. You can be redeemed, okay? Except in the eyes of the government. In the eyes of the government, you're done. I don't agree with that. I think that 20 years after stealing that stereo, you've had jobs, you've worked, you do well, you've got a wife and 2 kids, you've never been in trouble, you've got a house, you've got a yard, you mow your grass. You should be able to earn back your rights. I do believe that, yes. Should take a while, though. Shouldn't be an easy process. Yeah, there, Aquarius, there's a perfect example right there. Some people come out of broken families that had the kids doing things that were illegal. Other kids get in with bad kids and do things, and whoop, guess what? They're 17. It's a felony. They're going to adjudicate him as an 18-year-old. That bothers me because when that person's 65 years old, they're still going to be poor and have nothing because they've never been able to get a good job or whatever. That's just bullshit in my mind. Everyone should earn redemption if they deserve it and they earn it. And that process, I don't know what that process is, but we need the process. We need the process. Hold on. What the? Wow. That is bizarre. Where did this even come from? Okay, this is probably the weirdest thing that's happened to me in a while. Did you guys hear that alarm going off? It was this phone. This is a Samsung S10 that I used for about a year and the screen went out. It went dead. The screen went out. I had no way of doing anything. I couldn't get my stuff off of it. And I literally just sat it back there on the shelf. Like, I don't know, a year ago. The alarm just went off. It has not been plugged in. It has not been touched. Son of a bitch. That's got me spooked. I don't even know what to say about that. let's see. Yeah, that's bizarre. That phone has been dead. It's been dead sitting in the corner over there for a year. I don't throw stuff like this out because I know there's a way to access this phone with another screen, and I just haven't really screwed with it. I'm not even sure that this is my old phone. I don't know. It's all broken up. Mine wasn't smashed up. I don't know. My grandchild was here, so, and he loves electronics and plays with electronics. So who knows? I'll chop it up to that. Yeah, I don't know. Beam me up too. All right. Let's see. I want to go check back over and see what the 7.2 is doing. Let's see what we got going on over there. Guys, we've still got 140 people over there. It just went off again. I don't know. I don't.
Have to turn on Wi-Fi or install a SIM card first.
I just pinned that message over there that we're live over here. 59 likes over there. I'm doing great over there on that. I mean, that's really good. It's been taking me forever to get subs over there, and let's see where I'm at now. I was at 221 last time I refreshed. 223. So it's definitely coming up. I'm getting a sub every 5 or 10 minutes. Yeah, look directly into the front camera. Oh well. Yeah, that's just so weird that happened. Yeah, Aquarius, I have friends that went through that same scenario, unfortunately. I had drinkers in my family, but no physical abuse, thank God. There's always a little bit of yelling and screaming when there's drunks, but no physical abuse. But I get it. I understand how, regardless of whether it was your blood family or step family or whatever, regardless of whether there was physical abuse or not, just the environment a lot of times can create a situation where someone will go out and do something and get in trouble early in life. And that's why I just said what I said. I just feel that I understand the need to have, felony convictions and things like that. But I also understand the need that there needs to be a road to redemption. Hey, Galactic. How you doing tonight? Yeah, we're checking it out here. We got a bunch of folks in. We're watching over our Starship After Dark channel, man. We're doing great over there. We got 141 people over there still. It's strange. All right, guys. Listen, I'm going to let it go tonight. I need to get some sleep. We've been on for almost an hour now. I just wanted to come on. I like to come on every night, as you guys know. And so I just wanted to go ahead and make sure I did make it on tonight. There is not a lot going on. I will tell you guys, weather-wise, we have no chasers out. We really have nothing going on nationwide at all right now. As far as the news goes, I have nothing. All the protests that I'm aware of right now are winding down. or they're just a few people standing around, and that's pretty much where we're at right now. So we don't really have a whole lot going on. I'll give it a last few minutes. I'll do a last few minutes here to see if anybody has anything real quick for the chat room. I know I was only on an hour. I'll probably only be on about an hour tomorrow night. These long days are killing me. I am getting up early each morning also and working out here. Like I said, I got the 7.2 up 2 days ago. I got the New York scanner up earlier today, and hopefully by tomorrow I'll have the FT8 up, and then after that I've got 3 more feeds I'm going to put up for scanners. I'm going to try to get it all back working again by the weekend, and hopefully we won't get taken out by another lightning strike. I do appreciate that, Ding. It really helps. I do the same thing here. Yeah, I can't believe that's doing so well over there. I'm gonna go ahead and unpin this since I'm going back off now. Okay, there we go. All right, guys, that's about all for tonight. What do I do with this? It just keeps going off. This phone from a year ago. No idea. All right. Thanks, Heath. I appreciate it. Yeah, you guys stop by Starship After Dark and throw me a like on there. The stream over there is doing really good right now. I'm real happy with that. That channel has done better tonight than it's done in the first however long I've had it up. But anyway, there's the link. And yeah, it's doing really good over there. Let me see what this is. Okay. All right. All right, guys, that's going to be all. I'm going to let you go. This is Starship Adventures. My name's Ian. This has been the Sights and Sounds of Earth live from our studios here in Southwest Florida. We'll see you guys tomorrow night, 7 3s. Have a good one out there, everybody.